Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you're there? Or struggled for a name that was just on the tip of your tongue? These moments can feel unsettling, sparking a quiet worry. Is this a normal part of aging, or is it something more? We will have an open conversation about Alzheimer's disease, focusing not on fear, but on understanding and empowerment. Our goal is to provide a clear explanation of what this disease is, and more importantly, to explore the practical, science-backed steps you can take to nurture your brain health and potentially reduce your risk after retirement. This is a space for gentle learning and proactive wellness, designed for all of us navigating this new chapter of life. We will explore what happens in the brain, examine powerful lifestyle choices, and discuss how to move forward with confidence and hope. A look at our minds and bodies. Let's begin with a clear understanding. What is Alzheimer's disease? It is a specific brain disease and the most common cause of dementia, which is a broader term for a decline in mental abilities that becomes severe enough to interfere with daily life. Alzheimer's is a progressive condition, meaning it worsens over time, gradually affecting memory, thinking, and eventually the ability to carry out the simplest tasks. To understand how this happens, think of your brain as a vast, intricate communication network, a bustling city with billions of specialized cells called neurons. These neurons are the messengers, constantly sending signals to one another to create our thoughts, memories, feelings, and movements. This network relies on clear pathways and clean connections to function properly. In the brain of someone with Alzheimer's, this network gets disrupted by two rogue proteins. The first is called beta amyloid. In a healthy brain, this protein fragment is broken down and eliminated. In Alzheimer's, however, these fragments clump together to form hard, insoluble plaques between the neurons. Imagine these plaques as major roadblocks, obstructing the city's main highways and causing widespread traffic jams in communication. The second protein is called tau. In a healthy neuron, tau proteins work like railroad ties, providing structure and support to the tracks that transport essential nutrients and information. In Alzheimer's, these tau proteins collapse into twisted strands called tangles inside the neurons. This causes the tracks to fall apart, disintegrating the neuron's internal transport system. Without nutrients and communication, the neurons eventually die. This process of plaque and tangle formation is not random. It tends to begin in areas of the brain that are crucial for forming new memories, which is why memory problems are often one of the first signs of the disease. As more plaques and tangles form in other areas, different cognitive functions are affected. It is absolutely crucial to distinguish these changes from the normal cognitive shifts that occur with aging. As we get older, our processing speed might slow down. We might find it takes a bit longer to learn new information or that we are more easily distracted. These are typically normal age-related changes. The memory loss associated with Alzheimer's is more persistent and profound. It's not just about forgetting where you put your keys. It's about forgetting what the keys are for. An important point to understand is that the underlying changes in the brain can begin years, even decades, before the first symptoms of memory loss appear. This long preclinical stage gives us a powerful window of opportunity. While there is currently no cure for Alzheimer's disease, a growing body of scientific evidence strongly suggests that the lifestyle choices we make can significantly impact our brain's health and may help to reduce the risk of developing the disease or delay its onset. That is where our focus will be today, on the proactive, empowering steps you can take starting now. Practical wisdom and daily practices, core pillars of brain health. Let's move into the practical and actionable part of our discussion. Nurturing your brain is not about a single magic pill, but about building a collection of gentle, consistent habits that work together to support your cognitive health. We will explore these as the core pillars of a brain-healthy lifestyle. 1. Nourish your brain with a proactive diet. The food you eat is one of the most powerful tools you have for influencing your brain health. Think of food as the fuel that runs your brain's complex machinery. Providing it with premium, nutrient-dense fuel can help protect it from damage and inflammation. Two key factors in Alzheimer's pathology. Two dietary patterns in particular have been extensively studied and shown to be highly beneficial for cognitive function. the Mediterranean diet and the MIND diet. The MIND diet, which stands for Mediterranean Dash Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay, was specifically designed to target brain health. It combines elements of the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet, dietary approaches to stop hypertension. Impressive studies have shown that people who followed the MIND diet rigorously had a significantly lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. The MIND diet emphasizes 10 specific brain-healthy food groups to include in your diet. Green leafy vegetables, aim for at least 6 servings per week. This includes spinach, kale, collard greens, and salads. They are packed with nutrients like folate, vitamin E, and carotenoids, which are linked to slower cognitive decline. Other vegetables. Try to eat at least one other vegetable each day. The key is variety and color. Nuts, 5 servings a week. A serving is a small handful. Nuts are a great source of healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants. Walnuts are particularly beneficial due to their high content of omega-3 fatty acids. Berries, 2 or more servings per week. Berries, especially blueberries and strawberries, are rich in flavonoids, which have been shown to have memory-boosting effects. Beans and legumes, at least 3 servings per week. This includes lentils, soybeans, and all varieties of beans. They are high in fiber and protein and help keep your mind sharp. Whole grains, aim for 3 or more servings daily. Choose oats, quinoa, brown rice, whole wheat pasta, and 100% whole wheat bread. Fish, at least 1 serving per week. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are crucial building blocks for the brain. Poultry, 2 or more servings per week. Chicken or turkey are preferred over red meat. Olive oil, use it as your primary cooking oil. Extra virgin olive oil is rich in antioxidants and healthy monounsaturated fats. Wine. While not for everyone, the diet notes that 1 glass of wine per day may be associated with benefits, though this is not a recommendation to start drinking. Equally important, the MIND diet identifies 5 food groups to limit. Red meats, less than 4 servings per week. Butter and stick margarine, less than 1 tablespoon a day. Try to use olive oil instead. Cheese, less than 1 serving per week. Pastries and sweets, less than 5 servings per week. Fried or fast food, less than 1 serving per week. How to try it? Start small. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. This week, perhaps you could aim to add a serving of leafy greens to your dinner each night, or you could swap out a sugary snack for a handful of nuts and berries. If chopping vegetables is a challenge due to arthritis or other physical limitations, don't hesitate to use pre-chopped fresh vegetables from the grocery store or frozen vegetables, which are just as nutritious. 2. Move your body, boost your brain. Regular physical activity is as close to a miracle drug as we have for brain health. Its benefits are extensive and profound. Exercise increases blood flow, which delivers more oxygen and essential nutrients to the brain. It also reduces inflammation and helps stimulate the release of growth factors, chemicals that affect the health of brain cells, the growth of new blood vessels, and even the abundance and survival of new brain cells. For optimal brain health, a well-rounded exercise program should include 4 key elements. Aerobic exercise. This is any activity that raises your heart rate and makes you breathe harder. It is particularly effective at boosting blood flow to the brain. What to do? Brisk walking, swimming, cycling, dancing, water aerobics, or even vigorous gardening. How much? Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity per week. This can be broken down into 30-minute sessions 5 days a week. If that seems daunting, even 10-minute bursts of activity throughout the day are beneficial. Strength training. Building and maintaining muscle is crucial as we age. Strength training helps with metabolism and can improve brain function. What to do? Using light weights or resistance bands, bodyweight exercises like squats to a sturdy chair, wall push-ups, or step-ups on a low stable step. How much? Aim for 2 to 3 sessions per week, targeting all major muscle groups. Balance exercises. Improving balance is critical for preventing falls, which can lead to head injuries that increase dementia risk. What to do? Tai Chi is an excellent choice. Simple exercises include standing on one foot for 10 to 15 seconds, holding onto a counter for support, or walking heel to toe as if on a tightrope. How much? Incorporate balance exercises into your routine a few times a week. Flexibility and stretching. This helps maintain your range of motion and prevents injury. What to do? Gentle stretching, yoga, or Pilates. How much? Stretch major muscle groups after your aerobic or strength workouts. Modifications for physical limitations. The goal is to move your body in a way that is safe and comfortable for you. If walking is difficult, chair exercises are a fantastic alternative. You can do seated marches, arm circles, and leg lifts. Water aerobics is another excellent option, as the buoyancy of the water supports your joints while providing resistance. The most important principle is consistency. Find an activity you enjoy and make it a regular part of your life. 3. Keep your mind active and engaged. The concept of use it or lose it applies very strongly to the brain. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities helps to build what scientists call cognitive reserve. Think of cognitive reserve as building a stronger, more resilient brain with a denser network of connections. A person with a higher cognitive reserve may be able to better withstand the pathological changes of Alzheimer's for a longer period before symptoms appear. The key to building cognitive reserve is to challenge your brain with novelty and complexity. Doing the same crossword puzzle every day may become routine. The goal is to learn something new that requires active engagement. Learn a new skill. This is one of the most effective ways to build new neural pathways. Ideas. Learn to play a musical instrument like the piano or ukulele. Take up a new language using a free app or a local class. Try a new hobby like painting, pottery, or digital photography. Play strategy games. Games that require planning, problem solving, and strategic thinking are excellent for the brain. Ideas. Chess, bridge, checkers, or even complex board games with family and friends. Engage in active reading. Don't just passively read. Engage with the material. Join a book club to discuss what you've read. Read nonfiction on a topic you know little about, and then try to explain the concepts to a friend. Challenge your brain daily. Ideas. Do puzzles that are genuinely challenging for you. Try a different route when you drive or walk to the store to force your brain to navigate. Do math in your head at the grocery store. Modifications for physical limitations. If vision is an issue, audiobooks and podcasts are wonderful ways to learn and stay engaged. Many online platforms offer courses and lectures on every imaginable topic. There are also numerous brain training apps available for tablets and computers that can be adapted to your ability level. 4. Stay socially connected. Humans are social creatures. Meaningful social engagement is not just a nice to have. It is a fundamental pillar of health, right alongside diet and exercise. Socializing stimulates our brains in unique ways, requiring us to engage in listening, processing information, and responding all complex cognitive tasks. Loneliness, on the other hand, is a significant risk factor for cognitive decline and dementia. Nurture your relationships. Make time for friends and family. Schedule regular calls, video chats, or visits. Join a group. Find a group centered around a shared interest. This could be a walking club, a gardening society, a choir, a volunteer organization, or a faith-based group. Take a class. Enrolling in a class at a local community college or recreation center is a fantastic way to learn something new and meet people with similar interests. Volunteer. Sharing your time and skills to help others is a powerful way to stay connected and find a renewed sense of purpose. Modifications for physical limitations. If mobility is an issue, you can still foster strong social connections. Invite a friend over for tea. Utilize technology like video calls to connect with loved ones who live far away. Join online communities or forums dedicated to your hobbies. Even having a short, pleasant chat with the mail carrier or the grocery store clerk contributes to your social well-being. 5. Prioritize quality sleep. Sleep is not a luxury, it is a biological necessity for brain health. During the deep stages of sleep, A remarkable process occurs in the brain. The brain's glymphatic system, its unique waste clearance system, becomes highly active. It works to flush out metabolic debris that accumulates between brain cells during the day, including the toxic beta-amyloid protein. Chronic poor sleep disrupts this essential cleaning process, potentially allowing beta-amyloid to accumulate, which is a key step in the development of Alzheimer's. Aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night is one of the most restorative things you can do for your brain. Improving your sleep hygiene is stick to a schedule. Go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock. Create a relaxing bedtime ritual. In the hour before bed, wind down with calming activities. Take a warm bath, read a book, a physical one, not on a screen. Listen to soft music or do gentle stretches. Optimize your bedroom. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for sleep. Keep it dark, quiet, and cool. Use blackout curtains, earplugs, or a white noise machine if needed. Mind your light exposure. Get bright, natural sunlight exposure during the day, especially in the morning. At night, dim the lights and avoid the blue light from screens, phones, tablets, TVs, for at least an hour before bed, as it can suppress the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Avoid sleep disruptors. Limit caffeine and alcohol, especially in the afternoon and evening. While alcohol might make you feel sleepy initially, it disrupts sleep patterns later in the night. If you consistently struggle with sleep, or if you snore loudly and wake up tired, speak with your doctor. You may have an undiagnosed sleep disorder like sleep apnea, which is a significant risk factor for cognitive decline and is treatable. Bonus tips: additional pillars of brain health. Beyond the core pillars, several other factors play a crucial role in protecting your cognitive function. Manage your cardiovascular health. What's good for your heart is good for your brain. The brain is supplied by a rich network of blood vessels, and its health depends on a steady supply of oxygen-rich blood. Conditions that damage the heart or blood vessels, such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, also injure the brain and significantly increase the risk for dementia. Work closely with your doctor to manage your blood pressure and cholesterol levels. And if you have diabetes, be diligent about controlling your blood sugar. Protect your hearing. A growing body of research shows a strong link between hearing loss and the risk of developing dementia. When you can't hear well, the brain has to work much harder to process sound, diverting resources away from other cognitive functions like memory. Hearing loss can also lead to social isolation. If you have noticed changes in your hearing, get it checked by a professional. Modern hearing aids are effective and can make a world of difference. Manage stress. Chronic stress floods the brain with the hormone cortisol, which over time can damage the hippocampus, the brain's key memory center. Finding healthy ways to manage stress is vital. Techniques to try: diaphragmatic breathing. Sit or lie down comfortably. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose, letting your belly rise. Breathe out slowly through your mouth, feeling your belly fall. This simple act can calm your nervous system. Mindfulness or meditation. Spending even 5 to 10 minutes a day focusing on your breath can reduce stress. Spend time in nature. Even a short walk in a park or sitting in a garden can have restorative effects. Things to embrace and things to let go of. As you integrate these practices, it's also helpful to adjust your mindset. Things to welcome into your day. Welcome a gentle routine. It can provide a comforting structure to your days. Actively look for small moments of joy and practice gratitude. Embrace connecting with the world around you, and most importantly, give yourself permission to ask for help when you need it. Thoughts we can gently let go of. Let go of the belief that every memory slip is a sign of impending doom. Let go of the pressure to be constantly busy. Release the habit of comparing your retirement to anyone else's. Your journey is your own. Let go of the fear of being a beginner at something new. And above all, let go of the thought that it's too late to make a positive difference in your health. It is never too late. A word on professional support. If you have genuine concerns about changes in your memory or thinking, it is essential to seek professional guidance. Do not dismiss your worries. Schedule an appointment with your primary care doctor to have an open conversation. They can perform an initial evaluation and rule out other reversible causes of cognitive symptoms, such as vitamin deficiencies, thyroid problems, or side effects from medication. If needed, your doctor can refer you to a specialist, such as a neurologist or a geriatrician, for a more comprehensive evaluation. An early and accurate diagnosis is important. It provides access to supportive therapies, allows you to participate in clinical trials if you choose, and gives you and your family time to plan for the future. Seeking help is a sign of strength and a proactive step in managing your health. Connecting with purpose and legacy. A vital component of well-being, especially in retirement, is a sense of purpose. This is the feeling that your life has meaning and that you are making a contribution, no matter how small it may seem. Purpose can be a powerful driver for staying active, engaged, and resilient. Consider these reflective questions. What wisdom have you gained over your life that you could share? What skill do you possess that could benefit someone else? What subject have you always been curious about and want to learn more about? What brings you a deep sense of joy and fulfillment? The purpose isn't about finding a new job. It can be found in mentoring a young person, tending a garden that brings beauty to your neighborhood, volunteering for a cause you believe in, or simply being the family storyteller, preserving your legacy for the next generation. These activities enrich your life and provide the cognitive and social engagement that is so beneficial for your brain. Weaving these ideas into your life. We have covered a great deal of information, and it's natural to feel that it's a lot to take on. The key is to avoid feeling overwhelmed. You do not need to change everything at once. Embrace the power of starting small. Choose just one thing from our discussion today that resonates with you. Perhaps it's the idea of adding a walk to your morning routine. Or maybe it's committing to calling a friend twice a week. Focus on that one small change until it becomes a comfortable habit. Another effective strategy is habit stacking. Attach a new desired habit to an existing one. For example, after you pour your morning cup of coffee, you could spend 5 minutes doing a brain puzzle. While your dinner is in the oven, you could do a few simple stretches. By linking the new habit to an established one, you make it easier to remember and integrate into your life. Be patient and kind to yourself. There will be days when your motivation is low, and that is perfectly normal. Progress is not about perfection. It is about consistency over time. Every day offers a fresh start. Conclusion. Our main message today is one of hope and empowerment. While certain risk factors for Alzheimer's, like age and genetics, are beyond our control, a significant portion of our brain's destiny is in our hands. The daily choices we make regarding our diet, our physical activity, our mental and social engagement, and our overall health management are powerful tools. These lifestyle interventions can work synergistically to build a more resilient brain, potentially delaying the onset of cognitive decline and preserving the quality of our lives. Your value is not defined by a past career. It is inherent in who you are today. This stage of life is a unique opportunity for growth, learning, and connection. Taking proactive steps to care for your brain is a profound act of self-respect and an investment in your future, enabling you to live this chapter with as much health, clarity, and joy as possible. An invitation to our community. If you found this conversation helpful, we would appreciate it if you'd press the like button. And we warmly invite you to subscribe to join our community here, where we navigate the journey of life after work together. We would love to hear from you in the comments below. Please share one small thing that brought you joy this week. Your small moments of happiness can brighten someone else's day. Thank you for your time and attention. Be well and stay curious. Disclaimer. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. The information we're sharing is designed to support, not replace, the relationship that exists between you and your healthcare provider.